Now, I'm so honored to welcome one of the amazing co-chairs of this event. Tell us more about why we are here supporting Silent Spring Institute and the important work that they do. Please welcome to the stage, Lisa Carey Moore.
Good evening, everyone. Jacqueline, that was amazing. Wasn't she incredible? Thank you so very much. As co-chair of the event, just by being here tonight and hearing the stories from the speakers and also supporting the auction, it's making me really happy. I want to underscore the importance by saying that when we come together like this, we are joining a movement, right? We're in this moment feeling the inspiration from the comments that were made by the awardees earlier. And for me, in joining this organization and being a co-chair, it means a lot. So I'm going to share a little bit about my journey in joining Silent Spring and making the connection. So again, Rachel Carson, had her seminal work, and yet still, after all of these years, we have way too many manufacturers who are flooding the market with products that have chemicals that can really affect our health and safety. It's sort of surprising for most people to learn that most of these chemicals have not been tested for their potential to cause cancer and other diseases. So the funds that we raise here tonight go directly toward the hardworking scientists who study these chemicals. I first learned about the groundbreaking work of Silent Spring while looking for ways to help architects and property owners avoid toxic chemicals as they designed and constructed new buildings. Funny thing is, I'm not a chemist. In fact, I really stunk at chemistry. And yet I found myself having hundreds, almost thousands of conversations with manufacturers over the years. And once I learned about the chemicals in these products, I couldn't be silent. My daughter's name is Mackenzie, and when she was 9 years old, she was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma, a type of cancer which fortunately responded very well to treatment, but unfortunately one that is increasing in children and adults, as so many cancers are. Luckily, due to the innovation and compassion of the medical community, we have a 22-year-old who is doing well. However, lasting health impacts, yes, thank you. Lasting health impacts from our treatments remain, as well as the anxiety that cancer will come back. It was a terrifying experience for our family, including her younger brother, Quincy. I feel like I have to say his name when I'm in these events because he really played an amazing role as a supportive younger brother. And we're also grateful to what scientific progress has done for Mackenzie and so many other kids who have been diagnosed with cancer. How many among us tonight has a child that they love and care for? Yeah, let's see those hands, many of us. I know there's a fire inside of each one of you, right? To do whatever it takes to make sure that the next generation lives in a world that is safe, or maybe at least safer. It is a drive that every caregiver can understand. My husband, Justin, who isn't here tonight, has another story about how I got involved in this movement. And it has to do with this lovely chair he bought me for our anniversary one year. And I'd had my eye on this chair, came from this really funky furniture store, and I've been looking at it for a while, and he brought it home, and I was so excited. And in that moment, when he got it home, I realized, I don't know what's in this. I now know that I need to flip this sucker over and see what's in this chair. And indeed, it had flame retardants in it, and my heart just dropped. I thought, oh my God, I can't have this thing in my house. I have a kid with cancer, and I have a chair that causes, that has these chemicals in it that cause all these problems. So I quickly returned to the store where they very subtly say, no refunds accepted, right? Like there's no returns. And I explained to the manager, I've got this chair and it's got flame retardants and I have a kid with cancer and I can't have this chair. And so they very kindly listened to me tell this story. And then they did more than that. They actually contacted every single manufacturer that they represented in the store, and they asked the manufacturers if their products had flame retardants or PFAS stain treatments in the upholstery, or even formaldehyde that hadn't been tested for. And so Silent Spring Institute and the information that I had gathered from Silent Spring in those early days of my work on buildings was really the source of this information for me. And they also were the driver in changing furniture standards in this country so that manufacturers no longer have to add flame retardants to meet flammability standards. Yeah. Right? So they were the reason why I and so many of us don't have to make that choice. And again, because of my one small action of saying what's in this product and going back and telling somebody that was very worrying, now that store carries many products that have labels that indicate they don't contain chemicals of concern and that they've been tested. So that's a pretty cool thing that I think anybody in this room has the power to ask a question and to be an advocate in that moment. So I am the mother who was called to action by the daughter with cancer in the chair that had flame retardants. But we shouldn't have to rely on parents to advocate for safer products. We shouldn't have to get better and better at curing cancer if we can identify the preventable causes and avoid them, right? So a fantastic way, exactly, right? Like, silly thing. So I just want to reiterate, a fantastic way for you to take action is to support Silent Spring here and now, tonight. Know that in stepping up to support Silent Spring during the next few minutes with Jacqueline, who is going to return to stage, yay, you're making a commitment to science. You're making a commitment to future generations and a commitment to prevent cancer before it harms more families. I have so much hope for our future because of the incredible humans in this room right now, and I want to thank you for doing your part.